Have you been looking for a new pair of padded bike shorts and you're online searching for them and they are expensive? And you're like, you know what? I think I can make those. Well, you definitely can. Today, you're gonna learn how to create a pair of padded bike shorts. It's going to be way easier than you could even imagine, and it's gonna cost you less money. And you're gonna feel so empowered on your next bike ride knowing that you made your padded bike shorts. Now, we need two things to make this happen. We need a pair of bike shorts, and we also need the insert, the pad for the inside. I do have a pattern and a video on how to make bike shorts, just spandex bike shorts without the pad in them. So if you want to make your own from scratch, make sure you check out that video. There's a link down below in the description. So you could also buy some pre-made bike shorts from the store, or maybe you have some leggings or some other sort of tight short or pant that you want to sew the bike pad into. And then next, you got to find the pad, the insert to put inside of the bike shorts. There's some different online retailers that sell them. So Temu, Amazon, wherever you want to buy some supplies. So this one costs $3. I think on Amazon right now, they're about $8, but you know, prices are always going up and down. So be sure to check those out. There's links down below, and it's definitely cheaper than buying a pre-made pair of bike shorts. So now that we have the shorts with no pad and we have our pad, we got to get these together. We got to sew them together. Now, how are we going to do this? This is super stretchy. This doesn't stretch. What are we going to do? Well, we are going to try on the shorts and we are going to situate this in there and pin it in. That's going to be our first step. Real quick before we move on, if you're enjoying the video, make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel a lot. And if you want to learn more about sewing, make sure you check out my online and in-person courses. There's links down below in the description. Now let's get back to making padded bike shorts. Today I'm going to be demoing on the dress form, so I've put the bike shorts on. Now what we need to do is situate the pad inside. So I'm going to put it inside, and I'm assuming you know how this goes if you ride a bike. So this here is going to go towards the back here. This is where you're sitting on your seat or on your saddle with your butt, your seat. So we want to situate that in there. And I'm going to suggest that once we get this in there, I would sit on your bike and just make sure it's positioned in the right spot for you. So this part here is going to go towards your body, and this flat part is going to go towards the actual fabric. So we are going to put this in there. Okay, so I've got it positioned here in the lower part of the body or the butt. So you want it down there because that's the part that your saddle and your bike is going to be riding on. So once you have that positioned, I'm going to suggest that you put some pins in it. If you are going to sit on this on your bike and test it out, use safety pins. Don't use the straight pins, use safety pins, just so they don't open up and poke you at all. Or you could even put some hand basting stitches in it and then jump on your bike and see how this is feeling. So once you have this positioned right where you want it and you have it pinned down or basted down with some basting stitches, it's time to sew it down. So I'm going to put some pins in here, so when I remove it, it's still in the same spot. Obviously, it's going to be really hard to pin this on yourself in the back, so get a friend to help, or you can pin it on the inside of the shorts first and then try it on, and then reposition it as necessary. Okay, so I've just got a couple of pins in it right there, and now we can take it off and pin it better from the inside. So my shorts are inside out, and the pins that I had on the outside, I transferred them to the inside. Now we need to continue pinning, and we're gonna make sure we keep everything super flat when we're doing this. And make sure you're just pinning through one layer. So we gotta make sure we're just getting through one layer of the spandex. And I'm going to pin all the way up to about like the under seam on the pants, the inseam here. And then when we get up to that inseam, you can see there's the seam. I'm going to flip it over so you can see it. And now what we're going to do is pin the other side. So we're going to take this and we are going to flip it over. So we're going to crease it. I want you to really see where I'm creasing it here. So we're going to take this and we are going to fold it down and over. And this is going to feel a little weird. Maybe it's going to look a little bunchy, but when we're sewing, we are going to flatten and straighten all of this out. We don't want any bunches in our spandex. Try and keep it center. This one's got a little notch here in the top for the center of it. So now I have this pinned in the front. I've got it pinned in the back. So you can see right where this pad is in the shorts. So now what we need to do is carefully sew all the way around the outside of it. And again, it's a great idea to put safety pins in it or hand baste it and try it on. Make sure you got it in the right position, because once we sew it on, there's gonna be so many stitches in there. It's gonna be so annoying to seam rip it off and reposition it. So do it right now. Go ahead, double check it, and make sure it's in the right spot for yourself. Now that you've double checked it, it's time to sew it down. And when we're doing this, you cannot use a straight stitch on a sewing machine. It's gonna pop and break and fall apart. So you are going to be using a zigzag stitch, or you can use your 3-step zigzag stitch. So we want something that's going to allow our spandex to still stretch and move and not have our stitches breaking. So when I'm talking about the zigzag stitch, this is what it's going to look like on your machine. You're literally looking for a zigzag. So this is the regular zigzag. And if you like, you can also use what's called the broken zigzag, or they call it the 3-step zigzag, because it's got 3 stitches before it zigs and zags. So you could use either one of these. I'm gonna start at the center front seam, but you could also start at the center back seam. Now, when I am positioning this fabric, notice that the pad here for the fabric is in the center of the foot. We're gonna remove the pin so it's not in our way when we're sewing, and we're going to keep everything nice and flat. So we want everything to be super flat here, super smooth. You can see I'm kind of like pulling it flat. I'm gonna add a couple back stitches. I'm actually gonna make my stitch a little wider. I'm gonna go to 4 on the stitch length. So we're just gonna work our way all the way around the pad here. Now, when you are working with stretchy spandex fabric, you need to make sure you have a ballpoint needle in your machine. So the ballpoint needle is gonna go nicely into the stretchy fabric. So if you notice you're getting skip stitches, you really need to make sure you have the proper ballpoint needle on. It's probably because you don't have the right needle. Simple as that. And if your thread breaks, that's okay. Just start where you left off and add a back stitch. We'll start right where I left off. We'll add a back stitch. I might have pulled it too much when I was stretching the spandex, or maybe my needle just got caught up in the fabric. Who knows? So if that ever happens, you just start again. You get back to where he started, back stitch, and let's take a look. Check this out. We have the pad sewn into the bottom of the bike shorts. How cool is that? This was so easy. Let's take a look at it in detail. So you can see that this pad is nice and secure in there. It is not going anywhere. I can pull it, I can stretch it, etc. Doesn't matter which way we pull it and stretch it, our stitches aren't popping because we use the zigzag stitch. So let's put it on the dress form and take a look at it. So here we go, we got the bike pad in there. You can see our stitching on the outside, so always use your matching stitching. It's hard with my rainbow here. I went with pink. And if you look at the back, you can see right where we stitched around that pad there. And that stitching really shows on the stripe, making it look a little funky. So, you know, maybe you really want to go matching solid colors on solid colors so you don't end up with a little funk in the back. So now you can make your own padded bike shorts. So for under $20, you can get a pattern, some fabric, and then the pad, and custom make your bike shorts from scratch. Or you can get a pair of existing shorts and sew the pad into them. So by creating your own bike shorts, you are saving money and you get to ride around in something that you created with your hands. Now I'm gonna try them on so you can see how they really fit on a person. And here they are on. Here's the front and here's the back. They feel like they're in a great spot, so I know I'm ready for a bike ride. Thank you so much for watching Sewing Anastasia today. If you have any questions about making bike shorts and inserting that comfy, cozy pad in them so your booty don't hurt while you're riding that bike, You let me know, leave it down below, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. And I would love to know, where are you taking your next bike ride to? Leave that down below as well. If you enjoyed the video today, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when all the new tutorials come out. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for watching today. These videos are for you guys. And don't forget, I teach classes here in Chicago in my design studio and online, so make sure you check out the links for those down below in the description. Thank you so much for watching today. Bye!